My lords, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Trader Life Simulator, and this is going to be a pretty quick video just giving not only my initial thoughts on this game, but also a few tips I've learned in the couple of hours that I've played this game. So for the tips, first of all, don't bother with shelves, you don't need them. As you can see here, I just like to chuck all my food and stuff on the floor in the shop. It's perfectly fine, they will still buy it. So don't worry about having to stack everything neatly on the shelf. If you want to kill a bit of time, it can be quite relaxing to get it all neat and tidy, but it really isn't needed at all. I mean, just sticking it all on the floor makes absolutely no difference to what they buy and don't buy, so don't worry about that. What else? Oh yes, at the moment, the best way to ensure you can just keep on selling, I think it seems almost permanently, is when you get to night time, just go ahead and save the game and then immediately load the game, and it will set you back to 7 o'clock. At least it does in my experience. So rather than having to have a night time where you have to go back home and sleep to skip the day, you can just save and immediately load, and that'll achieve the same thing as well. Tip number 3 is, as you can see here, it keeps telling me pay your electricity bills. Now, unless you have a refrigerator in your store, if you're selling things like milk, eggs, frozen and fresh produce, you don't need a fridge, so don't pay electricity bills. All it means is you don't have lights on in the store, and again, that makes absolutely no difference whatsoever. So unless you've got a fridge, don't pay your bills. There's no detrimental effect whatsoever. My next tip, I'm going to demonstrate here now. I'm just going to pick some random goods to buy. Let's say we'll buy some nuts. And now you may be thinking, okay, let's try and get these stacked in the car nicely. So you might put one there, and then we'll get that, whatever that is, cat food. And you think, oh, I'll put that there. And then you think, oh, I could probably squeeze one more in, so I'll buy some, I don't know, let's pick something here, hand wash. And you'll think, okay, my car's fully stocked, that's me done, off we go. It's not at all. Let me show you. The best way to stack your car is simply jump on your bonnet and stick it on the roof. It doesn't come off, so knock yourselves out. Just load it all up like this, and you can fit quite a lot on the car by doing this little trick here. Don't have enough money, but yeah, so I'll show you what I mean. You can just, rather than use your boot, which means opening and closing the doors, you can just stick it all on the roof. However, if you do stack a box on the roof, when you drive off, the top layer box will remain in place, i.e. it will just sit there floating. I didn't realise that until I'd done it a few times, and I came back to the store and I saw a box of beans was just levitating randomly outside the door. I'll demonstrate this now. So if we get into the car, so I'll just get back out. As you can see, so I've got one stacked on top of 2 there. If I now just drive off, as we can see, that box has remained in place. So yeah, don't do that. But if you run out of roof space, there's nothing wrong with sticking it on your car bonnet as well, provided you can still see where you're going, of course. So make sure you leave a little peephole so you can get in and out, so you can navigate the roads. Not that it's that critical. There's no other vehicles on the roads. I've flipped this car 3 times and it didn't seem to do anything, so don't worry about if you end up rolling this car. It is possible, as I said, I've done it a few times. I think the last tip I'll give you is your hunger bar. Don't worry about it. When it gets to 100, go and buy one of the expensive pizzas from the burger place we just passed there, and that will set you back to 0. And it's the most efficient way of managing your hunger, shall we say. So that's my tips for this game. I'll just demonstrate the whole, just chuck everything on the floor. You don't have to do it neatly like I have. Just chuck it anywhere. Doesn't matter. Makes no difference. So yes, as I was saying, I think that, that's my main tips for this game. Other than that, it's just I'll be honest, it's a bit repetitive. it's one of those games that feels like it's trying to be a mile wide and ends up only being an inch deep. There's very little actual gameplay. I mean, if you like to stack shelves, you know, more power to you, no judgment or anything, you know, you'd probably enjoy it. And, you know, in its own little relaxing kind of way, it is quite a fun little game. But there's, at the minute anyway, there isn't much else to do other than run between your store and the cash and carry, and then chuck everything on the floor. That's literally it. There's no strategy that I can see, you know, there's no market trends you have to analyse and determine what to pick up. There's no price setting, there's no advertising, you can't manage your staff in any way, and your staff member changes appearance seemingly daily. So, hello, looks a bit like a Freddie Mercury there with a moustache. So yes, it's an okay game. Hopefully it'll get better. In terms of the future for me playing it, I may carry on just as a little chill out sort of game in between Transport Fever and whatnot, but as I said, because it's quite a shallow game as it stands, there's not going to be much I can show you in terms of exciting gameplay. The most exciting things I've come across are when the citizens decide to do high jumps down the street, as we saw in my previous episode. I've seen it happen a few times since then, so it usually happens on this lamppost here, in this area. I don't know if I can do it myself. Apparently not. So, yes. If you have got the game, let me know your own thoughts and feelings about it, and if maybe I'm missing some element of gameplay. I know you can buy the farm, you can buy stocks in 2 companies, an import and an export company. I've not got that far yet, but from my research, my understanding is all that does is give you a flat base income on a daily basis. There's no stock market play like you might see in other games such as Capitalism Lab, that sort of thing. So while there is that there, you know, I don't think it really changes much to the game. You can buy new cars, but I don't know why you would. So yeah, like I said, if you've played the game yourself, let me know how you found it. Other than that, all that remains for me to say is thank you very much for watching. If you are playing the game, hope you find the tips at the start there useful. If you did, obviously let me know, and if you liked the video, just give it a quick thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more, even regardless of what I just said, obviously I will be driven by the community, and if you like watching the game, I'll continue making the videos without any problem. Just missed a high jump there from the gentleman in blue. But yeah, if you do want to see more, yeah, I will make them. Just let me know. So yeah, take care of yourselves, folks. It's ta-ta for now.